What is up, everybody? How are you doing on this fine Friday? Hopefully not freaking out because Bitcoin's price is dipping. Oh no, oh my gosh, we touched $94,000. But this shouldn't scare anyone. It's really only scares the short-term people or people who bought at the top at 126. And that's just the top for now. We are still going to blast past that eventually. I don't have a timeline or date when that's going to happen, but I just always know the longer I hold Bitcoin, the longer it goes up over time. And that's how I see it. So I'm not panicking, freaking out. Neither is Michael Saylor with the rumors out there saying, oh, he's selling his Bitcoin and he's swelling. Well, he broke down all that news in a Twitter post, and there's also a news article on it. And everything, yeah. So they're buying it. They're going to give us some updates on Monday for how much they are buying out there. But yeah, so this isn't shaking the markets at all. Like, we still got institutions gobbling up. We saw Luxembourg at Bitcoin Magazine already moved 1% of their stash over. I think I have an article talking about that. So there's just still nothing to fear right now. Let's take a look at the price. Let's see, because we were at 94,000. Currently, we're at 96.97. So we're having a little increase going on right now, but that dip going beneath 100,000. So guys, don't get scared, but I'm going to tell you what's going on in the crypto market, because for those of you new to the channel, I just read through the crypto news for you to keep you up to date on what's going on. So let's get through the news and just see like what's going on, what's happening, what's causing this dip out there. So here we go. So from 99 Bitcoins, why is crypto down? And when will crypto recover? Well, let's find out. So November 14th, 2025. Oh boy, what is going on? Let's ask the big question. Why is crypto down today? The market has taken a sharp hit with total capitalization dropping 5.6% to $3.38 trillion in the last 24 hours. The leading asset fell below the key $100,000 level support, hitting a low of 95,900, the weakest sense, but we saw it went deeper before this article was written, hitting 94,000. Now it dropped more than 6% to 3,000, and the Ethereum dropped more than 6% as well to $3,208, while the altcoins like Solana are down 8.9%, and meme tokens lost 5 to 7. Now, more than $1.1 billion in leverage positions were wiped out, intensifying the decline across DeFi, NFTs, and Layer 1 tokens. Now, traders are on the edge, but this is the end of the bull run, or is this just a necessary correction? Some say out there this is just a healthy correction dip. We've seen it before in the space. Like, let's see, where was it here? Let's go to the year mark. I know we've seen some correction. I don't want the all-time high. I wish it doesn't go a little bit deeper. Like, we saw some corrections from this past year, from the previous, like when we first passed 100, and then it went down to, what was it, 76. So 176. That was a $30,000 dip right there. So from 126 to 96, pretty much the same boat, and then it took us, capitalized us all the way back up to the new all-time highs of 126. Where is that? Right there. So again, is this just a healthy correctional dip? You just gotta wait to find out. But the perfect storm, why is crypto down? Well, the sell-off stems from a mix of global economic pressures, technical breakdowns, and widespread fear. Risk appetite has vanished from broader markets. The NASDAQ 100 fell by 2.05%, and the S&P 500 declined 1.66%. And even gold showed some weakness as recession worries grow. A temporary U.S. government shutdown resolution sparked the short-lived optimism, but profit-taking quickly followed through with it. Now, there has been delayed October CPI data and weak job reports. ADP showed 11,250 jobs per week, now have cut the chances of a December Fed rate cut to below 50%, dampening hopes for easier money. Now, there's been excess leverage made things even worse. Around 960 million in positions were liquidated, including 827 million in Bitcoin's long contracts, triggering a chain reaction of forced selling of over $1.38 billion in liquidations in the last 24 hours. Now, long-term holders have sold 815,000 Bitcoin over the past month, increasingly supply pressure, while ETF inflows have slowed down. Now, 795.8 million left Bitcoin funds in just 5 days, rising U.S.-China trade tensions and stress in the AI sector. The SoftBank sold its NVIDIA stake, hurt crypto-related stocks, with miners like CleanSpark down 8% and Hut 8 off 9. Now, on-chain data does show clear signs of surrender. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index dropped to extreme fear at 15, the lowest since February. Retail mood has soared, and MVRV ratios pointed to overvaluation. Now, the sentiment on crypto Twitter can be summarized as hot inflation, Fed uncertainty, and peak leverage manipulation. Now, November's historic average gain of 42% now seems unrealistic, distorted by outliers like 2013's 449% surge, while the current month is down 15%. Now, Bitcoin's price action from the euphoria to the exhaustion phase. Are we getting the euphoria phase? Like I was pulling up a chart the other time, like seeing like we're still in accumulation, but is euphoria just hitting and turning to exhaustion now? Well, Bitcoin's charts reflect fatigue after reaching $126,296 in October. Bitcoin formed lower highs and broke support at $102,800 and $100,000. And the daily trend has flipped with 2 straight lower lows, confirming bearish control. And the RSI sits at 40.07, which is neutral, but with fading volume that limits quick recovery hopes. Now, still some metrics offer hope. Exchange outflows reached record levels, and institutions have accumulated 4 million Bitcoin this year, and that's over 20% of the total supply. Now, whales like 66K ETH Borrow, so that's a well-addressed wallet out there, bought $1.34 billion worth of ETH, betting on a rebound. Now, the trendline model suggests a worst-case drop to $55,000. That's like the very worst case out there. But $80,000 to $95,000 is more likely, keeping the drawdown at a 37 to 56% less severe than past bear markets. Now, will we see something like this where here's the chart, we went up, went down, we went up again, down. Are we going to go back up? I don't know, hopefully. But when will crypto recover? The bullish catalysts that are on the horizon. So the bottom may be close, and analysts still see support between $90,000 and $98,000, with a possible bounce back up to $108,000 and $114,000 by the month's end. And this will only happen if ETF flows return, macro conditions stabilize, the Fed ends its quantitative tightening on December 1st, which could release $50 billion in liquidity, similar to China's recent move, as well as new rules like the Genius Act may encourage yield-bearing assets drawing in institutions that currently hold to just $300 to $400 billion of crypto, which is 3.55 trillion market cap. Now, looking ahead in 2025, we still forecast to remain strong for $145,000 to $200,000 by quarter 4. So we're still calling for this. There's still time to see like this type of price action going on by the end of the year, because people were calling 150 at least. But according to Bitfinex and HC Wainwright, driven by these halving cycles that peaked 12 to 18 months after April 2024. Now, this dip is a healthy reset after 2025's institutional rush. Bulls say long-term holders keep stacking, and the bull market isn't over. It's just pausing. Recovery could start in December, setting the stage up for 130,000 plus Bitcoin in 2026. So there's still some bullish element out there, but again, a lot of people out there are freaking out, thinking it's over, and they're also just like chiming in. I got my buddy text me on Instagram going like, huge dip. Bitcoin was at 126, now it's 95. Oh no! And he, trust me, he texts me this every single time. It's like it's a red day, and he just always points out the all-time high and the current price. It's like, do you not remember? Like, yeah, we had a dip, then we went back up. We had a dip, went back up. Like, it's not touching the all-time high, but that's crypto for you. So we're still a volatile market out there. But again, when are we going to see the price recover for crypto? Again, we got to see more inflows hit ETFs and also just more people getting involved in Bitcoin. We also need to see more crypto leave exchanges, because that's always bullish news as well. If you see crypto going into the exchanges, that's usually a sign that people are going to sell. So again, if we see exchanges outflow, that's good news. And then if we could shut down the quantitative tightening, making it a little bit easier for people to invest money, then that's also a bullish sign. So there's still a lot of catalysts that could happen between now and the end of the year. It's just we got to wait to see how it's going to play out. But how are you feeling? Are we still in that downward trend? Are we going to, is it over? Do we have to wait until 2028 for the next halving? Let me know in the comments below. But let's continue on with what else is going on in the news. Like I said, we need to see ETFs inflow, but again, prices are down. So what type of news do we get? Crypto ETF flow swing as the SEC clears firing back. So it's flowing outside. So US crypto ETFs face large Bitcoin Ethereum outflows, while the SEC clears backlog, enabling pending crypto ETF filings to move forward smoothly. So we're seeing some outflows going on, which is not what we want in the price, but hopefully when they release more or approve more ETFs out there, we'll start seeing some inflows again. But spot Bitcoin ETFs have recorded sharp outflows on November 13th. The development unfolded in the United States as traders reacted to rapid shifts in flows and shifting regulatory signals. According to Wu Blockchain, there has been 870 million Bitcoin outflow, ranking as the second largest on record. Now, the report also noted 3 straight days of Ethereum outflows totaling 260 million. Solana inflows reached 1.49 million, signaling selective confidence across the altcoin products. Now, data from So Value shows heavy volatility across daily flows throughout 2024 and 2025. Green bar shows fresh inflows, while red bars highlight money leaving ETFs. Now, Bitcoin's price started near $30 billion in early 2024 and climbed towards $120 billion by late 2024. Now, the price then stayed elevated in 2025 and then moved between 90 billion and 150 billion. And again, we're talking about ETFs pricing market cap, because we know Bitcoin's at like a $2 trillion market cap right now. So these billions is referring to the ETF caps. Now, additionally, total net assets increased in tandem with price, reaching $130.54 billion by November 2025. Now, early in mid and late 2024, we saw significant withdrawals from the market. The biggest withdrawals from traders also occurred in November 2024 and early 2025. Now, consequently, the latest chart reading showed a daily net outflow of $869 million. Bitcoin's price stood at $98,000 during that period, and recent weeks brought more outflow pressure and repeated red bars. Besides that, these patterns showed how money often exits when sentiment cools or when traders fear correction. Now, the SEC clears backlog after its shutdown. So, however, the regulatory landscape also shifted. The SEC issued fresh guidance for crypto ETF filings after President Donald Trump signed a bill to end the longest U.S. government shutdown. The agency received more than 900 filings during the closure. Additionally, the SEC clarified that issuers do not need a delaying amendment issues, only need the language under Rule 473B or a new registration statement. Now, the filings then became effective after 20 days, and moreover, pending crypto ETF filings can now move again. So this list of ETFs includes Solana, Litecoin, HBAR, and XRP ETFs. Now, these products already gained auto effectiveness through an 8A filing and exchange certification. The SEC will also continue its review of the BlackRock Bitcoin Premium Income ETF because the product needs deeper examination. Now, issuers can also request faster approval under Rule 461, and the SEC will review the request individually, filing under review before the shutdown will continue through normal processes. So this was a bearish news article. I'm just showing you the news for like why prices are down today, guys. It's like, okay, because I said in that first article, if we want to see changes for this price, we need the inflows to come in, but the article and the news we get is outflows are happening. So that is not good news. But again, we can still change. Government shutdown's over. More ETF filings have been backlogged, could get pushed forward, and then we could start seeing those inflows again. So there's still that chance we could get a move up again, to continue, and it's not the end of the whole bull market. Now, that's one of the bearish news articles we have for you. Now let's continue on with another one, because again, prices are down. So there was a lot of FUD news out there, but it's not scaring me, so hopefully it doesn't scare you. But next up, the giant Bitcoin mining company Bitfarms has decided to end its operation. And here's the new sector it wants to enter. So this is bearish news for Bitcoin, because a mining company not wanting to mine Bitcoin anymore, where are they going? They did say they want to do AI, so a little sneak peek just of what this article is going to talk about. So yeah, they'd rather move into the AI sector to take advantage of that. But because of this news, I think their stocks, or I forgot what has dipped at least 18%. So people aren't happy that they're going to be stopping Bitcoin mining. But Bitfarms, one of America's leading mining companies, announced that it plans to completely end Bitcoin mining within 2 years. Now, Bitfarm, one of North America's leading mining companies, has announced that it plans to make a radical change in its operations and completely end Bitcoin mining within the next 2 years. Now, Bitfarms is ending the Bitcoin mining and moving to AI and HPC data centers. The company is adopting a new growth strategy by transforming its existing facilities into data centers focused on artificial intelligence and high-performance computing. In a statement made by Bitfarms, it was stated that the 18-megawatt Bitcoin mining facility in Washington will constitute the first step in the transformation process. It was stated that the facility will be dedicated entirely to AI and high performance computing infrastructures by December 2026. Now, the company aims to capitalize on the rapidly growing global demand for AI data centers while also diversifying its operations by focusing on sectors requiring energy efficiency and high processing power. Now, the shrinking profitability and rising operation costs in the mining industry also influence Bitfarm's strategic shift. Now, recent increased demand for AI hardware and data center services have accelerated the company's transformation. Now, following the investment, Bitfarm shares have plummeted. The market reacted by losing approximately 18% of its value, and analysts believe investors are cautious due to the short-term uncertainty, but that the shift into AI and HPC could create new opportunities for Bitfarms in the long term. Now, Bitfarm stated that it will also announce the transformation schedule of its other facilities in the coming period. And they always got to lay this is not investment advice. So they're not saying that, oh, this is bearish news. Like, are people done? Or are they not going to do it because stuff's getting too pricey to mine Bitcoin? But that's actually a good thing for Bitcoin mining because it gets strong. The network gets stronger. There's more competition, and this requires miners and the farmers out there to search for cleaner, cheaper, renewable energy. So it's all about the location too for where they're having it. Washington, I'm not sure what their energy cost is, but that could be due to it. But yeah, so this was I think the last negative Bitcoin news article I had for you, just a mining farm going away, but Bitcoin's hash rate and security is still strong just because this one company is planning on leaving the Bitcoin mining. So nothing to worry about there. There's still tons of them because other people, like with one company leaving, it just makes it a little bit easier. There's less competition to solve that next Bitcoin block and potentially win 3.125 Bitcoin. Is that where we're at right now? And then 2028 is 1.125, and that's the last time when you solve a Bitcoin block will be over 1. So yeah, so whoever is lucky enough to find the next block on the Bitcoin blockchain gets at least 3 Bitcoin. So with them, if they leave, then it just makes it's just less competition out there. So gives you a better chance to solve that block. So yeah, take it as it is. It's not financial advice, guys. But that is our bearish news on Bitcoin. Let's at least go into some hopium. Let's get some good news. I was talking about how Luxembourg moves 1% of their national wealth into Bitcoin. Yeah, so let's talk about that. So Luxembourg has taken a meaningful step into the world of digital money. The country quietly converted 1% of its sovereign wealth fund into Bitcoin. Now, this marks one of the first times a European government has placed national savings into digital assets. Now, it is slowly becoming part of the mainstream financial planning. The decision comes at a time when the governments and large institutions are questioning how to protect long-term value. Inflation, rising debt levels, and global uncertainty continues to shape markets. Now, a strategic play may be in changing global markets. Luxembourg shifted into Bitcoin comes as digital assets gain attention as a store of value, similar to gold. A sovereign wealth fund is a pool of money owned by a government to support future generations. Now, by placing even a small portion into Bitcoin, Luxembourg is testing how digital assets can help preserve national wealth. The move reflects a wider trend. Data from CoinShares shows that institutional crypto investor products saw more than $1 billion in net inflows in recent months, and this is a sign that major players are exploring digital money with growing confidence. Now, here's CZ tweeting about Luxembourg already converted the 1% sovereign wealth fund. You can get in now or after they reach 5, 10, or 50% is what he said. So it's like if the rest of the world is still moving into Bitcoin. So it doesn't matter about the price right now. They understand that it's a scarce asset. There's only 21 million and not everyone can have a whole Bitcoin. So again, as CZ was saying, you can get in now as they only moved 1%, or you can just wait till they reach 5%, 10%, 50%. This is just one country. There's going to be still the rest of the world you're going to be competing with. So still, it's up to you for when you want to get in. But one real-world example is the way that large companies have treated Bitcoin as a strategy. Now, Strategy, a business software firm, has built one of the largest corporate Bitcoin holdings in the world. Its leadership argues that Bitcoin acts as a shield against currencies weakening, and this is what Strategy is achieving. He said, stay humble and stack sats, as they showed their numbers of how they've been accumulating it since 2020. Yeah, that's when Strategy first started it. Now they're one of the largest holdings of Bitcoin out there, even larger than the United States, which holds like 318,000 Bitcoin. So again, and we just got word, again, they're not selling their Bitcoin, they're buying more. Now, while government does not operate like a private company, both face long-term planning challenges and both want to protect value across decades. Luxembourg is now experimenting with similar thinking on a national scale. Now, why are governments exploring Bitcoin? Well, governments traditionally invest in bonds, gold, real estate, and global markets. But Bitcoin represents a new option for them. It's a digital form of money that no single country controls. Now, Eric Trump is adding fuel to the Bitcoin conversation by predicting a major rotation from gold into Bitcoin. He said that the shift is imminent and expects the ratio between the two assets to disproportionately shift to Bitcoin. Now, here was the tweet from Crypto Times talking about what Eric Trump said. So yeah, Eric Trump predicts major gold will flow into Bitcoin's rotation. Eric Trump says a shift from gold into Bitcoin is imminent, is what he's adding, and the ratio will disproportionately shift to Bitcoin. It's been the single greatest asset we've ever seen, and it's another bullish signal from political people out there. Now, Trump also called Bitcoin the single greatest asset we've ever seen, a comment that highlights how digital assets are gaining attention well beyond the crypto community. His remarks add one more bullish signal coming from the political spotlight, while influential voices are increasingly framing Bitcoin as a strong alternative to traditional stores of value like gold. So governments are getting into it because, again, they're exploring ways for the future to preserve wealth. And yeah, they would traditionally do it with gold, bond, real estate, and all that stuff out there. But now Bitcoin gives them an opportunity to just have another option out there because it's an uncontrolled currency, not controlled by one country out there. And as long as they hold it for the long run, it will benefit them because, again, how I said in the very beginning, I'm not fearful about these dips because I just know holding Bitcoin in the long run, it's going to go up. So like these little tiny dips we get, some people see it's a big dip. I call them little dips because in the long run, it's not even going to matter. So they understand it. They're getting involved. They're probably going to eventually, again, move into 5%, 10%, even 50%. Like the world is changing, guys. So get on board, actually realize it, understand it. It's not about just making profits and getting cash USD because, again, that's eventually going to go away too, but it's going to be losing its reserve value of the world. So yeah, so start stacking those sats, guys. And yeah, let's take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back with some more altcoin news, one bearish news for Thorchain holders out there, and then we got some bullish news for Theta token and with another partnership. And then I got two scam articles for you. One, just we all know about pig butchering, and the other one, I think, is security research, where this one like Ethereum wallet in the Chrome store has the ability to steal seed phrases. So all that coming after these messages.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Gotta have my coffee with 2 French vanilla creamers. That's how I like it. And right now I'm just checking the Twitter video live stream. I saw like right before the commercial ad, it went blurry. I keep forgetting if that's our internet we have here or if that's my switchboard and I need a new one or a new camera. And I am still blurry. Gosh, I hate that. All right, let me do a quick reset again of this. It's probably not going to do anything, but I'm going to do it because that's all I know how to maybe fix this. So give me 1 second as I reset my switchboard. Again, it's like a daily thing now. So I don't know. Again, I know we're looking into getting some fiber internet, so that could be one thing. So, yep. I think you guys can still hear me. I believe my mic's still connected, but I'm just waiting on. Let's see. It's loading. It reset. Alrighty. So let's get back over here. Are we good? So I'm there. And now if I go here, do I get in the box? So bear with me, guys, as we solve this. So there's one. I'm not in the peer-to-peer, so let's get a little bubble going. PIP. I want to be in the bottom right-hand corner. Boom. Now I can exit out of that. And am I good? Oh, had it on the wrong one. There we go. All right. Nope. Okay, so there I am there. There I am there. Well, here's going to be our next article, so you can get an idea. Let's see. So where do I do that? So do I go here? And so there, okay, I'm full screen. I'm in the bottom. I'm in full screen. I'm in the bottom. All right. Okay, we're good now. So let's continue on with the news. Now, ThorChain. Let me take a look at my portfolio with ThorChain. I got to pay attention to this news because I was all in on the decentralized exchange tokens out there, but now it's going to be delisted as a futures on Binance. So what? So let's see. My DYD is... Wait, no, I'm looking at Thor. Where's Thor? I know I have you. Hypercycle, Cake, CRV, DYDX, Jupiter, MinSwap, Rune. Okay, I'm only down like 50%. 50%, right? Only. So, okay, but it's not good news. So I wonder if I should maybe move my Thor over to another altcoin, because if this is some bearish news, I'll be into some more hurt. But let's hear about why Binance is planning to delist the futures of ThorChain. So the sell-off across the crypto market has already put pressure on major altcoins, and no exception. Oh wait, are we even clear? No, I think we're still blurry. Hold on, I gotta double check this again before I continue reading on. No, we are still blurry, which I freaking hate. So we are just going to then look at me as I read you the news, because again, I can't get any worse than this. But okay, so while Bitcoin's latest downturn triggered widespread volatility, runes have faced an additional shock on Thursday after Binance issued a formal delisting notice for its futures market. Now, the announcement states that Binance's futures will shut down the runes USD perpetuals contract next week. All open positions will be automatically settled at 9 a.m. UTC time on November 19, 2025. And the contract will permanently be removed immediately after new positions will block starting at 8:30 UTC time on the same day. Now, this leaves traders with only a narrow window to manage exposure. Technical indicators flash weaknesses as delisting draws near, and the market sentiment towards Rune has already turned defensive. On the 4-hour chart, price action showed prolonged downwards trend, with buyers unable to reclaim previous support levels. The sharp mid-October sell-off remains a turning point on the chart, and the token has been grinding lower ever since. Now, momentum indicators also pointed towards continued bearish pressure. The MACD shows fading momentum with bearish crossovers near the midline, and the RSI has slipped towards oversold territory, hovering around the low to mid-30s. Now, trading volume remains muted, signaling low confidence from market participants. Traders often anticipate volatility ahead of futures delisting, as forced closures can trigger abrupt moves during the sentiments window, particularly when liquidity is limited. Now, what happens next? Well, with Binance winding down and support for Rune futures, derivatives traders will now need to migrate to spot markets or alternative perpetual platforms. Historically, futures delistings can create temporary price distortion depending on the direction of the majority of open positions at a settlement. Now, for now, Rune still remains sensitive to the broader market trends, and with Bitcoin still struggling to stabilize, confidence in the altcoins continue to erode. Now, more clarity on market direction is expected once delisting windows approaches and forced settlement kicks in, which is a period that often produces heightened volatility. So be prepared to see more movement if you do hold this coin, and I am ready for it. So there it is. But that is our ThorChain news. So for those of you who have runes, or if you have it on Binance, you may need to put it into your own wallet. So I'm not sure if they're going to kick it off completely and maybe only have you do withdrawal. So maybe put it into your ThorChain wallet. Now let's continue on with the news. What else is going on with the altcoins? Well, we got Theta Network partnering with Spanish esports team Heretics. What does it mean for both protocols? Well, Theta Network has partnered with the esports teams Heretics to deploy AI agents for the engagement in Valorant, LOL, and COD, boosting decentralized computing adoption. Now, again, Theta Network is a decentralized cloud platform focused on AI, media, and entertainment, and has entered into a strategic partnership with the Spanish esports organization team Heretics. This collaboration, announced on November 13th, involves the deployment of a custom AI agent designed to boost fan engagement across multiple esports titles, including Valorant, League of Legends, and Call of Duty. Now, for Theta, the deal expands its reach into the esports sector by leveraging its edge cloud infrastructure, while for the team Heretics, it provides tools for real-time match analysis, personalized content, and interactive features. The development highlights Theta's ongoing efforts to integrate decentralized computing into high-demand applications, potentially increasing the use of its native tokens like Theta and T-Fuel through enhanced ecosystem activity. Now, before we dive into the details of what that partnership means for both protocols, let us summarize what Theta Network is alongside the esports organized team Heretics. So Theta Network is a blockchain-based infrastructure that supports video streaming, AI, and content delivery through a combination of decentralized GPUs and edge computing. Established in 2017 by Theta Labs, the platform relies on a network of more than 30,000 community-operated nodes, supplemented by hybrid integrations with centralized providers such as Google Cloud and AWS. Now, this enables scalable, cost-effective computing, particularly suited for live streaming and AI interference. Now, the network's tokens play central roles. Theta is used for staking and governance, while T-Fuel handles transactions and rewards within the ecosystem. The recent partnership with Team Heretics is no surprise, given that Theta has built a portfolio of partnerships in sports and esports, including deals with the NBA Houston Rockets, the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, and MLS's San Jose Earthquakes, as well as an esports team like 100 Thieves, Cloud9, FlyQuest, Method, and Gen G. Now, these collaborations often center on AI-driven tools such as chatbots for fan interaction, real-time analytics, and personalized content recommendations. For instance, Theta's work with 100 Thieves includes an AI agent for e-commerce, and with a method, it provides guides for World of Warcraft players. Now, Theta's Edge Cloud served as the backbone for these initiatives, blending centralized and decentralized resources to efficiently manage data. Intense operations, this hybrid model reduces reliance on the traditional cloud services, offering low cost and improved scalability for the sectors such as media and entertainment. Now, who is Team Heretics? What do they do? Well, Team Heretics, co-founded in 2016 by Arnaud Vidal, Jorge Orejudo and Gonzalez, and Antonio Catina Poderoso, initially focused on games like Call of Duty and Clash Royale. Based on Madrid, Spain, the organization has expanded to compete in several major esports titles, including Valorant, League of Legends, through its participation in the LEC, and Call of Duty via its Miami Heretics franchise in the CDL. Now, the team maintains a significant online presence with over 25 million followers across Twitch, Instagram, X, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. The team's audience is concentrated in Europe and Latin America. Now, notable achievements include securing a 2025 Valorant Esports Cup title and entering the LEC in 2023 by acquiring a slot from Misfits Gaming. Now, Team Heretics has attracted sponsorships from brands including KFC, San Miguel, Movista, Red Bull, Logitech G, and Full Life. These partnerships emphasize fan-focused activities such as merchandise sales, watch parties, and community events. Now, integrating AI agents with esports. The partnership was announced through X posts and LinkedIn updates, with custom AI agents scheduled for launch in the first quarter of 2026. The development by Theta, the agent will integrate with Team Heretics Discord and official platforms, offering features such as real-time match analysis, player statistics, and personalized content tailored to its fans and expertise levels as preferences. Now, it is a step into the future, said Team Heretics. Now, powered by Theta's Edge Cloud, the AI agent handles live data processing across these supportive games, Valorant, League of Legends, Brawl Stars, and Call of Duty. This setup demonstrates Edge Cloud's ability to manage high-volume, real-time esports scenarios, by combining community nodes with established cloud providers. Now, Alejandro from Team Heretics noted on X that I've always believed that the convergence of AI and blockchain will mark a new chapter for esports, and partnering with Theta Labs enables us to create more immersive a narrative driven from fan experience. Now, this initiative mimics Theta's previous esports integration and builds on similar AI tools deployed for other teams. Now, it positions the AI agent as a tool for enhancing fan interactions without relying solely on centralized infrastructure. Now, what it means for Theta Network. For Theta Network's partnership, this provides access to Team Heretic's large audience, introducing its technology to a broader European and global user base. This exposure could drive adoption of Edge Cloud and potentially boost overall ecosystem activity. Now, the deal validates Theta's technical capabilities in a decentralized cloud computing, particularly for live esports applications that require efficient data handling. It also adds to Theta's existing collaborations in sports and entertainment, including those with OM in soccer and the University of Oregon, reinforcing its role in AI and media sectors. Now, the benefits for Team Heretics is Team Heretics benefits from the AI agent features, which enables deeper fan engagement through real-time analytics and interactive elements. Now, as the 2025 Valorant World Cup champions, the organization can use these tools to maintain a competitive edge in training and content creation, complementing the existing partnerships such as with CGN Esports. Now, the collaboration expands Team Heretics Web3 involvement, building its TH fan token program with Chili's. By incorporating blockchain-based AI, the team can generate new revenue streams from personalized fan experiences, aligning with its sponsorship-driven model, which includes brands like Red Bull and Full Life. Now, this move differentiates Team Heretics in the esports landscape, where fan retention is key amid growing viewership. The AI agent's integration into platforms like Discord supports community events and watch parties, potentially increasing follower loyalty and interactions. In conclusion, Theta Network's partnership with Team Heretics integrates a custom AI agent into esports operations, leveraging Edge Cloud for real-time analytics and personalized content across multiple games. This deal builds on Theta's established collaboration in sports and esports, enhancing its ecosystem by increasing user exposure and enabling potential token use. Now, for Team Heretics, it strengthens its engagement tools, aligning with its sponsorship and Web3 strategies to maintain its competitiveness. So congratulations, Theta Network, on this partnership, and way to go, Heretics, for choosing Theta as your AI partner. And again, so I like these news articles. Like, I'm still holding on to Theta Network and the Theta token, because they're still doing stuff around here. I hear these news articles, they're still partnering. People always say, well, what's the point of even holding Theta? It's like, you're securing this network to make these partnerships happen. If you're not staking to a node, securing the network, then Theta's just done. No one's validating, verifying transactions. The T-Field network and Edge Cloud won't work because of it. So again, like, the point of like holding a token is just securing. It's not about the, it's not really not about the price action for it. Like, we want price to go up, but this altcoin is more for the, you like what they're doing, you want to see them progress forward, and yeah, price could come with it. But yeah, so I love getting Theta news when that comes around, and just any coin that I hold, other than this Thor chain news. It's like, dang it, I did not like that news. But way to go, Theta, on that new partnership. Now let's move into our scammy news articles out there so we can be aware of what they look like, and that way we don't fall for them. So first up, we're going to talk about the pig butchering is becoming a national security threat right now. So pig butchering scams are expanding into a transitional crime model, blending traffic and crypto laundering on a massive scale. Now, the multi-billion-dollar scam known as pig butchering, once treated as consumer fraud issues, has crossed a new threshold and is prompting concerns over national security. In a podcast, Chain Analysis head of National Security Intelligence, Andrew Fearman, and former prosecutor Aaron West, founder of cross-sector anti-scam nonprofit Operations Shamrock, discussed how the pig butchering is becoming a threat to national security. So if anybody is touching money in any way, you're part of this, so you need to be prepared to understand the threat and the gravity of what's happening on the national security level. Now, West said, highlighting the importance of education and awareness in combating crypto scams. Now, a pig butchering scam is a long-term fraud strategy in which criminals attempt to establish trust with a victim, often through romance or friendship, before steering them into fake cryptocurrency investment platforms and then draining their funds. And again, here's just a simple showcase of it. You got the initial contact, building trust. They present an investment potential, high returns, and the hook to get them in, and then they disappear. And that's really how the pig butchering scam plays out. Now, the growing scale of pig butchering scams. In the podcast, the duo discussed how fraud rings across Southeast Asia operate dormitory-style scam compounds where trafficked workers contact unsuspecting victims, fostering trust through romance, and then push them into fake crypto investments with the goal of draining funds. In 2023, the U.S. Department of Justice seized about $112 million in crypto linked to pig butchering scams. In February, a report, Chainalysis said that the pig butchering scams increased by almost 40% year over year in 2024, while overall crypto scam revenue exceeded $9.9 billion. Now, in addition, one underreported area of pig butchering is that victims are often hit twice. So the duo said in a podcast that after the initial scam, victims sometimes receive follow-up contact from fake recovery firms claiming to assist in recovering the money. And then once this happens to you, you will be put on a list, and then you are even more likely to get hit up again, said West. Now, Fearman and West said that these scams have matured into a transnational crime model, blending human trafficking, money laundering, and crypto rails, making them far more complex than your everyday fraud. Now, Fearman suggested that blockchain's transparency offers an opportunity for regulators, exchanges, and virtual asset service providers to disrupt the scams. One of the benefits of the blockchain, at least as the mechanism for this, is there is a potential opportunity for disruption if it's enabled right, he said, and that the transparency of the blockchain gives that opportunity to potentially disrupt at this point of cash out. Now, how authorities are stepping in? Well, with the scams having much wider impact, governments are stepping in. On November 12th. The DOJ announced the formation of a scam center strike force to target Chinese-linked transnational criminal organizations behind crypto investment fraud in Southeast Asia. Simultaneously, regional law enforcement departments are enforcing freezes and sanctions to combat the issue. On August 27th, law enforcement in Asia Pacific collaborated with Chainalysis, OKX, Tether, and Binance to freeze $47 million in pig butchering funds. Now, the strategy is not simple, but it is clear. This is to disrupt the on-chain and off-ramp points for scammers, sanction the facilitators, and build private-public partnerships. My advocacy about transnational organized crime has been consistently and use every tool in our arsenal: sanctions, indictments, diplomatic pressure. West said, "Well, do whatever it takes." Now, red flags to watch out for. Like many scams, there are ways to spot pig butchering scams. The scam often involves manipulating feelings, which means someone expresses strong feelings for you too quickly through online channels, especially without even meeting them. So it may be a scam. So if someone has like such strong feelings for you online, you haven't even met them yet, already take that as a red flag. Now, it becomes even more suspicious if whoever you're in touch with refuses to share personal information or professional credentials. One of the main signs is if pig butchering scams is when the person starts asking for money. Even if they claim it's for emergency, just a cup of coffee, oh, I need gas to get to work. It's like, no, that's a red flag right there. You haven't met this person yet. Why are you going to give him money? And this also takes the form of risk-free investments and easy money. So they were bringing up like, oh, you should get into crypto. I'm making a lot of money. Look at my portfolio. Like, yep, scam. Now, often showing fake screenshots of massive profits to convince their victims to invest. Like, look at me. I'm still showing you my portfolio when it's like going down. We're in the red right now. Oh no, my Thor chain's down. So it's like, I'm not telling you to get that coin. I just said I'm involved in the decentralized exchange coins, and oh no, my coin's down 50%, but I'm okay with that. But I'm not telling you to buy those coins at all. These people will lead you into a fake investment exchange or something. They'll show you fake screenshots, and then when they take you to the fake website too for the fake exchange, like, nothing changes. It's all identical. It's controlled on the back end, so it's not really crypto. You send money in there, and then they'll probably do a quick little update on the front end of the web page and go, okay, here's your account. Oh, look at all the growth you're doing. But then when you try to take the money out, boom, that's when it's really just confirmed that you've been scammed. So take these red flags as warnings. Again, if someone falls in love with you way too fast in line before meeting, potentially a scammer. If they ask for any kind of money, even if it's for an emergency cup of coffee, most likely a scammer. And if they led you to a crypto exchange saying, oh, make an investment, scammer. So take those 3 red flags if you feel like you may be a part of any of these, just shut down. Like, what you need to do is just stop talking to them, block them. Don't even report them, just block them to make sure they don't have a way to get in contact with you again. But that's really all you can do with it. So stay safe out there with pig butchering scams. And again, now this is something new though. So let's talk about our next scam going on right now, which is Chrome Web Store's number 4 crypto wallet can steal user seed phrases. So this is why you want to be sure you always get official crypto wallets out there. Know the people, do your research. Don't just go into any brand new one because it says, oh, Ethereum wallet, I'm going to utilize this. So let's see how this fake crypto wallet is stealing seed phrases. So a malicious Safari Ethereum wallet extension is currently live on the Chrome Web Store using a crafty backdoor to exfiltrate seed phrases. Now here is how it works. So blockchain security platform Socket has warned of a new malicious crypto wallet extension on Google's Chrome Web Store that has a unique way of stealing seed phrases to drain user assets. Now the extension is called Safari Ethereum Wallet. What was this, a Chinese man? Safari, I want family. I'm sorry, that's so racist. And it claims it as a reliable and secure browser extension designed for easy and efficient management of Ethereum-based assets. However, as highlighted in a Tuesday report from Socket, the extension is actually designed to steal seed phrases via a crafty backdoor. Now, marketed as a simple, secure Ethereum wallet, it contains a backdoor that exfiltrates seed phrases by encoding them into SUI addresses and then broadcasting microtransactions from a threat actor controlled SUI wallet. And then the report reads, let's see, Safari wallet, easy, fast, Wait, what does it read? So threat actor controlled SUI wallet. The report reads, that's what it says, how it works. So again, yeah, so when you download this wallet, it contains a backdoor to extract those seed phrases, and then it encodes them onto a SUI address and then broadcasts that to the scammer's wallet. So that is interesting. Now, notably, it currently sits at the 4th search result for Ethereum wallet on Google Chrome, just a couple places behind legitimate wallets like MetaMask, Wombat, and Encrypt. Now, here is if you look at the Google Chrome store, you see MetaMask, Wombat, Encrypt, and then there it is, Safari Wallet with 0 stars on there, so you probably shouldn't get that. Now, the extension enables users to create new wallets or import existing ones from elsewhere, thereby establishing 2 potential security risks for the user. Now, in the first scenario, the user creates a new wallet in the extension and immediately sends their seed phrases to the bad actor via a tiny SUI-based transactions. Now, as the wallet is compromised from day one, the funds can now be stolen at any time. Now, in the second scenario, the user imports an existing wallet and enters their seed phrase, handing over to the scammers behind the extension, now who can then again view the information via small transactions. Now, when users creates an import or imports a wallet, Safari Ethereum wallet encodes the BIP39 mnemonic into the synthetic SUI style address, then sends 0.00001 SUI to those recipients using a hard-coded threat actor's mnemonic socket, explained, adding that by decoding the recipients, the threat actor reconstructs the original seed phrase and then can drain affected assets. The mnemonic leaves the browser concealed inside normal-looking blockchain transactions. Now, how crypto users can avoid the scam extension? Well, while this malicious extension appears high in the search results, there are some clear signs that it lacks its legitimacy. The extension has 0 reviews, very limited branding, grammatical mistakes in some of the branding, no official website, and links to developers using a Gmail account. So it's important for people to do significant research before they deal with any blockchain platform and tool. Be extremely careful with seed phrases, have solid cybersecurity practices, and research well-established alternatives with verifiable legitimacy. So given that this extension also sends microtransactions, it is essential to consistently monitor and identify wallet transactions or even small transactions could be harmful. So, yeah, guys, so be careful out there in the crypto wallets you download. Like the wallets I enjoy Trezor. Again, if you do get that, get it at Trezor.io, the official website. Never get it off Amazon or Walmart. You want the official webpage for it. And then what else? What else do we have? Then also Exodus Wallet. I love the Exodus Wallet. Software wallet, free to download, but make sure you have it on a safe crypto computer. Or if you want to have it on your phone, it's not going to be your bank vault one. Let's see. So, and if you want a Web3 extension browser, because that's what these ones were, stick with MetaMask or Phantom. Those two ones are the good ones. So stick with those. And then, is there any other crypto wallets out there? There's probably a handful of good ones, but those are at least the 4 I do like to use out there. But that is it, though, for all the news I have for you. Just stay safe. Sorry that we got blurry at the second half of the show. No, I got to try to figure out how to solve that problem. If you guys have any tips on that, let me know in the comments. I think I've tried internet. I just haven't tried switching switchboards. Maybe I need a new camera. So many things to test out. But let's take a look at our fear and greed index right now, where we're at, as well as Bitcoin's price. So CoinMarketCap's Fear and Greed Index shows a 22 fear, so it still hasn't touched the extreme fear territory as some analysts or markets out there have shown. Bitcoin's currently at 95,900, Ethereum's at 3,100, XRP is $2.31, and BNB 925. So it is a red day. I say buy the dip, because how much further can we go? I'm going to say at least 93, but you never know. Could touch 90,000. Some people think 80 to 90,000. How low do you think we're going to go? If anything, it shouldn't scare you at all. Just saying, like, if you hold in the long run, prices will go up. So this is just a little dip. Just maybe it could be a nice little add-in on your dollar cost averaging. Just be like the Wills. Be like Michael Saylor, who is just consistently buying and not selling. But everyone have an awesome weekend. Hope everyone stays safe. Keep hodling. Keep stacking. Never sell your Bitcoin. So everyone take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week with more crypto news.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.